Have you ever laid awake at night wondering if everything you worked for could vanish overnight? It's not just paranoia anymore. Inflation's still hanging on, interest rates are uncertain, and now even bonds, those so-called safe investments, aren't giving retirees the peace of mind they once promised. But in the middle of all this chaos, there's something most people still don't know about. Something that gave Richard Hale, 67, retired engineer from Tempe, Arizona, a surprisingly calm retirement. After the 2022 bond sell-off wiped out nearly 15% of his portfolio, he shifted $578,000 from his traditional IRA into a diversified Gold IRA, and something unexpected happened. He actually slept better at night. We'll come back to Richard in a second. First, let's break down why more and more Americans are adding TIPS, Treasury inflation-protected securities, into their retirement portfolios, and how a Gold IRA can work alongside them to double up your defense. Now here's the problem that no one talks about. Most retirees believe that traditional bonds are enough to hedge against inflation. But that only works if inflation behaves. And we're past that now. Even former President Trump recently warned that the dollar's future is being tested like never before, as foreign nations pivot away from the US currency. Pair that with the Fed's uncertainty on rate cuts and a rocky real estate market, and suddenly retirees are realizing they're on their own when it comes to protecting their nest egg. This is where TIPS come in. They're US government bonds indexed to inflation. When inflation rises, so does the principal value of your TIPS, and the interest payments go up too. So unlike traditional bonds, you're not stuck losing buying power. But here's the truth. TIPS alone won't save you. They're a great buffer, yes, but they still depend on the US government's stability. And if the dollar weakens or geopolitical chaos continues, TIPS may not be the iron wall you hoped for. And this is exactly why Richard didn't stop at TIPS. He asked a question most people don't. What if I pair inflation protection with real physical value? That's what led him to roll over part of his IRA into a Gold IRA. Not all of it. Just the part he couldn't afford to lose to inflation or volatility. And today, he's not just surviving, he's planning a legacy. He told me on the phone, "I didn't do this just for me. I did it so my kids wouldn't have to start from scratch like I did." That's the mindset shift happening right now. This isn't about chasing crazy returns. It's about stability, security, and control. That's why pairing TIPS and gold, one protecting from inflation, the other from systemic failure, is becoming one of the smartest hybrid retirement moves of 2025. So if you're 55 or older with at least $100,000 saved in your IRA or 401k, it's time to explore your options. Right now, there's a free Gold IRA guide you can get, along with a no-obligation education first call with an expert. No gimmicks, no pressure, no free silver bait. Just a clear, honest breakdown of whether this strategy could be right for you. That's exactly how Richard got started. One guide, one call. And now, one very relieved retiree. Don't wait until the next market panic to act. You spent your life building your savings. Now it's time to protect it. Click below to get your free guide and set up your call today. Your future and your family deserve it.